Test Prep Pundits, a synonym for success, and a home to top 1% scores. Congratulations to Gutham Mandala for achieving SAT score 1570, Farah Khalil 1540, Kunal Varma 1510, and many more top 1% scores.
Join our 2 weeks of free SAT Premier Prep.
For high school grades 9 through 12, for middle school grades 7 through 8. Also win Visa gift cards. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844. Visit us, www.testpreppundits.com.
Darling, daring, andala rasi, mallipuvu, lanti sukumari. Darling, darling, daring, andala rasi, mallipuvu, lanti.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో ఎస్పీబీకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు
సత్యగారు మీరు స్టార్ట్ రోల్ ఆన్ అన్ని ఒకేసారి పంపించేశారు. అవి లైవ్
ఆదరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.tdaconvention.org.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS వాస్క్ గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1844-626 బడి.
టీవీఏజా తెలుగు ప్రేక్షకులందరికీ హలో అండ్ వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు అవర్ టాక్ షో విత్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్స్. మనతో ఉన్నారు మన ఎక్స్పర్ట్ అండ్ eminent immigration attorney Rahul Reddy garu. Rahul garu, thank you so much Andy for being on the show today.
Thank you for inviting me, Garu.
Rahul garu, I know we actually initially started out with a different topic and Mata, but you've brought us back to this different one. But before we go on to this change of topic for today, I would like to thank our sponsors, the Test Prep Pundits, a home to the top 1% scores. They're offering 2 weeks of free SAT prep for high school and middle school students. And please do not waste any time. Visit their website for more details on the sign-up process. This program has been supported by movers.com and Malabar Jewelers. Watch us on Yup TV, Facebook, YouTube, Sling TV, World BBTV, and Dish Network. So, Rahul Garu, coming back to the topic at hand today, USCIS creates a new process for interfiling EB-3 to EB-2. All right. So tell us a little more about this, Andy, the new process for this, and how does it affect our folks?
First of all, I want to thank all the people who have written letters to the congressmen, to the senators, to the USCIS. That has really paid off. And this is one part of it, a very good part of it. With regards to the interfiling, Andy, that means that when people move from EB-3 to EB-2 or EB-2 to EB-3, though, that interfiling was there from generations, from the time I've been practicing immigration law. But there is no clear way how we can file the interfile. We just used to write a letter to USCIS, hey, my client is now current under EB-2. Here is the I-140 approval. We used to send it. There is no receipt notice. There is no particular address where we need to send. So it was like shooting a dart in the dark. I mean, shooting an arrow in the dark. We don't know if they're going to accept it. They're not going to accept it. They're going to honor it. There is no receipt notice. There is no filing fees. Now they're telling us, if you want to do it, file the 485J supplement. They want us to have a form, which is already there. It's a very good form that they use instead of creating a new form or dodging the question on that. They're telling that file the 485J supplement.
Okay.
Give us the information about the EB-2 and request us for the EB-2 processing. And they have created separate address only for this one to be sent to. Because right now we have our 485s in Nebraska Service Center. We have a 485s in National Benefit Center. We have 485 in Texas Service Center. Sometimes the files are moved to the local office too.
Oh, yes.
So we don't know where to send. So because there is no formal process, there's no receipt notice also. Now they're telling us file the 485J supplement and send it to a particular address. The address they have given is in Montclair, California. So that's the address that they have given us to file it. A lot of people, when people have suggested there, a lot of people have put questions on it, and I'm going to address some of the questions that were put on it from past yesterday onwards, which were been addressed to us to ask the questions in the TV Asia on the YouTube. V. Lakshmi is asking the question, does it mean the process existing all EB-3 cases until January 2012 have been approved? No, not true. They are not that efficient yet, though. We hope so they will be efficient. Praveen asked this question. EB-2 and EB-3 is current. Both of them are final action dates are current for Praveen. Do we recommend him to file the I-485J supplement? No, I don't. Right now, I don't. Now, we may change the idea later on. If, for example, if we are filing a 485J supplement for EB-2, they are just picking it and they're immediately approving it, though. Okay?
Oh, wow.
If they do it, though, then definitely if the person is in EB-3 and EB-2, particularly these EB-3 people are stuck, most of them are stuck in our dear service center called Texas Service Center. So if they're pulling out from there and approving it, I would definitely recommend the people who are current in both also to file the 485J supplement. But at this point of time, Nitya Garu, I want them to wait. Okay. I want them to wait until probably 2 or 3 weeks. Come back, you watch TV Asia every week. We'll give you information what is best for you. Right now, Praveen, we do not recommend you at all. STV stock have the question. EB-3, EB-2 downgrade, actually I-140 was filed as an amendment. Am I eligible for interfile? No, I would recommend it to refile the I-140 under EB-2, get it approved, and then do interfile. Because if it's amended, you don't want to risk it. It's not advisable for you to, file the 485J supplement with EB-2, because it's already been amended for. The kid is frozen, and the EB-2 and EB-3 I-140 is approved. A kid's age is frozen under 21, and frozen.
Whose kid is this?
The kid is frozen under the final action date. Now, do you can I do the interfiling? You need to, I know that you said that the kid is frozen according to Child Service Protection Act, but I don't know if the child is still under 21 or not. If the child is not under 21, I do not recommend that you file for the I-485J to interfile to EB-2. I do not recommend. If the kid is still under 21, that question was also asked to us. If the kid is still under 21, Nitya Garu, then I recommend. That means that the kid is 18 years. He was frozen before, and now it's EB-2, final action date is current. I recommend that person to apply the 485. Also,
so it
people
sounds
are
like
asking
there's
questions.
so much that needs to be ironed out before they can figure out whether they can interfile or not, right?
Most of the people will fall into, these are the exceptional questions that we're
Got
giving.
it. Okay.
The people are asking questions about if the final action date is not current, do you recommend to file a 485J supplement? No, absolutely not. Right now, the 485J supplement is only for the people whose priority date is between January of 2012 to January of 2013.
Okay.
Not anybody else who is not in that, between January 2012 to January 2013, everybody else at this point of time, they should not consider filing 485J supplement.
Okay, got it.
A couple of other main important questions. Can this interfiling or can the 485J supplement, can it be done by myself, or do I have to go through the company and company's lawyer? You have to go through the company though. The company can authorize your independent lawyer if you want to, but this has to be done by the company. The 485J supplement must be signed by the employer too.
Okay.
Some people were asking question, do we need to file the 485J supplement? Because previously, Nitya Garu, we didn't told people to file the 485J supplement. We said you can just file the interfiling thing. But this question came from Nitin, I guess. Yes, at this point of time, since they have created a separate process and a clean process for us, I strongly recommend to file a 485J supplement. Previously, there was none. Right now, they have created it. Can we not file a 485 and still fight with them? You can, but I do not recommend that you do that thing.
Rahul Garu, for those who've say done this interfiling process but haven't had a chance to file this 485J supplement because this is such a new thing?
Good question. They should file it. They should file a 485J supplement. Okay. Even though they did file the interfile application before though. Okay. Since this new process came in though, it's better for them. It's like this, you shot an arrow in the dark. You don't even know where the arrow is right now. And now we have, we know where we're hitting the arrow. So definitely file a 485J supplement right now.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
And I want to cover, Nitya Garu, the topic that we said is that especially people think that by going abroad for 1 year working for a company and then coming back and they'll get an EB-1C, the approval ratings for the plans for these things are less than 15 to 20%. Oh. It depends on the position, the title, the amount of number of employees that you're supervising, and the number of employees that you'll be supervising once you come into the United States. It's not an immediate supervise. You must not be just like, let's say, for example, you have 10 or 15 people you're supervising, but are there any supervisors that you're supervising? So those are very important. There is called functional manager, but that's the most denied thing though. I would not recommend. So before you embark on a journey of going outside the country though, it's better that you understand very clearly what is involved in it and you're prepared for it if the EB-1C gets denied. This is the people I'm speaking about who's backlogged under EB-2 and EB-3, their priority date is not moving, and they want to go to India and come back and file an EB-1C, which is multinational executive, and put the date to EB-1C.
Okay. And,
so definitely the success rate is low. So unless the position is very high and you're at least supervising 15 employees there in India, at least 15 here, you should not embark on the journey.
Okay. All right. Good to know, Andy. And Rahul Garu, the EB-5 is also still status quo?
EB-5 is still status quo. There is no regional centers approvals right now.
Okay.
Only for the people who wants to open their own business. They can still file a EB-5, and of course the monetary limit also has been increased, and not increased. I mean, it was increased before and it was reduced for a while. Okay. And it must be a new business entity. You can't just go and buy a McDonald's which is already existing and then say this is the EB-5, give me the green card, because you haven't created any new employment there. The McDonald's was existing before. If you start a new McDonald's or you start a new Chick-fil-A, then it's completely different. But if you're buying an existing franchise, though, it won't fit into the criteria. So be careful when you're investing into EB-5.
Okay. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. I really appreciate those tips, because I know a lot of people sort of get trapped into this false sense of security of the EB-5 as well.
Yeah.
So on that note, Rahul Garu, can we go on to our callers, Andy? Is there anything else you would like to?
No, that's fine. Let's go to questions.
All right. Let's take our first caller for the day, Andy. All right. Caller with phone number ending in 0288. We're ready for you now. Hello? Caller with phone number ending in 0288. Okay, while we're waiting on this viewer, let's take some questions as well. Rahul Garu, this is a question from Swiya Musukukan. It says, can we buy a house on H1B and rent it to someone else if in case we move to a different location?
Absolutely, you can. You can do so, no problem, and you can get the money out of it, and you're subject to the taxes and tax exemptions just like everybody else. Not a problem.
Okay. All right, let's try this caller once again. Caller with phone number ending in 0288. We ready for you?
Hi, Nikhil. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hi, Rahul Garu and Nikhil. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure, Andy.
Sure.
Yeah, I have one question. I'm right now I'm with company B, but I have EB-2 with company A, but when my firm approved with company B, my EB-3 current date, EB-3 date was current, so directly they applied in EB-3. So my 485 is pending right now with EB-3 and EB-2 with company A. So right now, can we do interfiling with EB-2 because the EB-2 is a different company, right?
Are you going to move to that company or are you not going to move to that company?
No, I'm not moving. Can the company be interfile using the company A's EB-2? Because the USDA seller doesn't say clearly that it's a different company. It's just say that if you have approved
Yeah, here is the issue though. Technically speaking about company A can file a 485J supplement. It is not the employment, it is only the job offer though. However though, under your conditions though, I would rather want to have this company B file an I-140 again in EB-2, get the EB-2 approved rather than filing in the 485J supplement with company A, because it's going to confuse them, and the officer who's going to look into the application sees that you are not working with this company though. That will be a very negative factor in adjudicating the 485J, in your 485. Okay. But it's not illegal. It's not illegal, but I would not recommend that you try that. Let's go to the next person, Andy.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take the next caller. All right. And question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Vishal Reddy. It says, can an H4 visa holder go to India in April and come back while H4 and EAD extension are still pending? Current H4 stamping and EAD is valid until August of 22.
Absolutely, they can. There may be some forums where you read that if you leave the country, it is considered to have abandoned. That is not applicable for the extension of the H4s though. That is definitely applicable if you have been on F1 visa or H1B visa and you're transferring to the H4 visa. If you leave the country, since you applied for change of status, it is considered to be abandoned. But in the case of H4 extension, you definitely can go and come back.
Okay.
Also, though, when you come back, a little bit trick that I'll tell you, though, if your spouse's H1B is approved, though, show them the H1B approval of your spouse and try to get the I-94 until 2025. It works most of the time right now. Because if you do so, if your EAD is not approved by August of 2022, if you have an I-94 until 2025, you can work for a period of 180 days, within 180 days after your EAD expires, which will be approximately around January of 2023, you can work.
Interesting. All right. Thank you, sir. Let's take our next caller. Caller with the phone number ending in 3309. We're ready for you now? Caller with phone number ending in 3309. Hello? Hello? Caller with number ending in 3309. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, sir?
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Rahul Garu. Hi, Nitya Garu.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
My question here is, actually, I filed I-485 during the November 2020. I downgraded from EB-2 to EB-3, and my application is still pending with the Texas Service Center. So, but I have received a EAD and AP. So my question here is, I understand that I can interfile now with 485J.
What is your priority date? What is your priority date?
May
2013.
May 2013.
May 2013, we do not recommend you interfile.
Yeah,
because
the
final action date is only January of 2013.
That's correct. That's correct. I'm expecting maybe in another month or two. So, but not now. You are right, sir.
Yeah.
So, my question here is, my EB-2 also with the same employer. I-140 already approved. So even though if it is same employer, still do I need to file 485J?
Yes.
If you do the interfiling?
That is strongly, highly recommended. Now the USCIS have told us that is the best way to do it. They have given a separate address for it. This is only mainly created for EB-3 people wanting to upgrade to EB-2, okay? This is specially created for the people who filed in October, November, and December of 2020. That's a special procedure created for us. We should use it. You should file a 485J.
Okay. Okay. My second question is, if even after interfiling, if application is not approved under EB-2 until September 2022, so then EB-3 dates move forward and becomes current over there. So what is the step I need to take? So do I need to still wait or do...
Then, no, we need to then file, we may have to then file a 485J supplement again for EB-3.
EB-3, or move back to the EB-3 again.
That's right. Okay, thank you then.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller.
Thank you, Andy.
And Rahul got a question for you. This is from Rachita Mittal. Says, currently have both an H4 EAD and a GC EAD. I'm using my GC EAD for my current job, which is expiring in March of 22. My attorney mentioned I can use my H4 EAD before I get the extension on my GC EAD. Can I really do this?
I mean, who is telling that which EAD you are using? It's up to you. You can say that you are an H4 EAD if you have both EADs. Nobody is going to check on that.
Okay.
So you have both. I mean, you have two tickets to go. I mean, you can switch the ticket. You can say, oh no, I'm going on this ticket. It doesn't matter. You're good.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. So I guess long answer short is she can do this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Andy, let's take our caller. Caller with the phone number ending in 4203. We ready for you?
Hello, Andy. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure, sir.
So for people who have an pending 485 pending Form AP and EAD, and who do not have a valid H-1B stamp in their passport, if they travel outside the country, USCIS is saying that the I-131 petition will be denied. Is that, will that cause any harm to the 485, sir?
Well, do you have a H-1B or you don't have H-1B?
I have H-1B, sir.
So
but the stamp is expired in the passport, yeah.
So when you go to India, you're planning to get the stamping of the H-1B to come back to the United States?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you set your advance parole is approved or not approved yet?
No, it's still pending, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. They're right. You're right. The advance parole is considered to be abundant though. But you can still come back on a H-1B. Your 485 will be processed accordingly. Your EAD will be processed, will not stop. you will be fine with your 485 application if you come back on H-1B. Only the I-131, also called as advanced parole for you, is considered to be abundant, and once you come back into the country, you can refile the application, and the filing fees for refiling the application is $0.
Okay, sir. So is there any way we can expedite the I-131 processing, sir? Like especially if you're traveling to see a sick family member?
You can try by raising a service request by calling the USCIS. Sometimes it works out, but when they normally, when they do the expedite, they only give it 3 months of advance parole, not 2 years.
3 months, okay, sir. And the processing time for it, is it in like couple of days or is it much longer, sir?
I cannot tell. It could be a couple of days. They may not honor you at all. It depends on them.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you so much for taking my call, sir. Really
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling in. All right, let's take our next caller, Andy. And Rahul, got a question for you. This is from Surabhi Verma. Says, can an age-locked child continue on H4 beyond 21 years of age?
No. H4, there are two different things. One is adjustment of status. One is H4 visa. The age locking, CSPA, all those things are applicable for the adjustment of status. They are not applicable for non-immigrant status. So once the kid turns 21, the kid gets kicked out of the H4 visa.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Andy. Let's take a caller. Caller with the phone number ending in 0209. We ready for you?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Hi. I are already. Thanks for your help. Sir, I have a question. My priority date is 2011 August. So I downgraded under in 2020 October to EB-3, and my 140 is approved, and I have received a EAD and AP. As of now, I didn't get no movement in my application. I sent medical interfiling, but it's not attached, and I didn't receive a medical RFE also as of now. So can I do the new application under EB-2, or can I do the interfiling, or can I wait for?
You definitely can do
EB-3.
You definitely can do the new application under EB-2. With regards to the interfiling of this particular process, though, I would not recommend doing it because you are current in both EB-2 and EB-3.
Yeah.
So if you want to consider refiling, new application means filing fees, lawyer fees, everything. Interfiling means it's not, lawyer fees is also not that much. Filing fees is 0. So interfiling definitely not recommended for you right now.
Not recommended. Okay. So new application means again the EAD will be different.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, different EAD. I should not use the existing EAD and AP.
You're right.
If I apply for the new.
You're right. You're right.
Okay. So that's okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take our next caller, Andy, and I have a question. Rahul Garu, this is from Sweet Seller. Says, can EB-2 final action date movement of 6 months cause retrogression in April, May, or June?
I'm not expecting retrogression in EB-2, definitely. I'm not expecting retrogression in EB-3 also. According to their statement, though, they are telling that there are unprecedented number of green cards that are available under EB-2 and EB-3. And Nityagar, one thing is that when I looked into the data that was released in the end of September 2021, though, they had only 292,000 applications pending. So practically, if they adjudicate all those applications, that would be enough for us. Of course, out of them, about 50,000-60,000 are really redundant applications that will be pending because of the criminal histories and some other things that will be pending for a long period of time. But at least we did file some more applications starting in October. So if they can adjudicate it, it's going to be good. I'm not expecting retrogression based on the statements what the USCIS has made. And I just want to tell people that there are some projections we made previously with regards to how many number of green cards were available. And Charlie countered us saying that we are completely wrong. I don't know, he said he He used all the numbers. I don't know what he's speaking about. But at this point of time, USCIS has clearly released a press release that there is unprecedented amount of green cards available, and there are not enough applicants there in EB-2 and EB-3. They released the information this week. So that is, they should have been doing that from a long time. But, it's derva magar durastuva.
All right. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take our next caller, Andy. Caller with the phone number ending in 0990. Please press star 6 Andy to unmute your line. Caller with phone number ending in 0990. Hello? Star 6 Andy to unmute your line. Hello?
Hey, you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. So, hey, thanks for providing, the help to the community. I have a question. Like, my receipt date is like 10/29 and priority date is April 12.
10/29 which year, sir?
I just got...
Which 10/29 which year?
April 12, 2012. My priority date.
No, you said your receipt date is 10/29.
Yeah,
you
receipt
did
date.
not...
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 10/29/2020.
Thank you so much. And your
yeah,
priority
I thought
date
it's the default.
Right. April 2012 is your priority date, okay?
Yeah, April 2012 is the priority date. So my spouse, my son, he got, they both EAD like last year, and they both got EAD for, the 2 years validity.
Mm-hmm.
But I just got EAD last week, and they just send me like EAD only for a year. So is it usual just to get an EAD primary for
that's
like
very
year?
surprised. That's very surprised. They only give it for 1 year. USCIS has changed its policy. Previously, it was their discretion to give for 1 year or 2 years. But now they said it is going to be for 2 years, though. That's very rare that they did it. Right now, instead of fighting, I would just refile the application when the time comes in.
So right now you said just wait for the next 6 months and then refile again?
That's right. That's right. Because if you now want them to correct the EAD, you have to send the EAD back to them. And you know what happens? That they're not going to just act on it, give a new EAD and send it back in 2 weeks. That doesn't happen. Well, then what will happen is that they'll wait for 2 years to send your card back. And by the time it's not worth. So right now, it's not worth fighting.
Oh, okay. So just maybe the mistake of the officer, there's nothing wrong with the application.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a mistake of officer.
Okay. And other question is like, because I have the adult kid which is like already in the EB-3, and I have like
how old
EB-2.
How old is your kid now?
He turned out 21 in last September. So he's
no, don't do interfiling without checking with a lawyer, okay?
So is there any USCIS document which talks about those stuff?
Well, there are, but it's better that you have a consultation with a lawyer. I don't want you to read online and try to deal with your son, though. Okay? Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, I'm not going to hurt him. Yeah, I'm not going to hurt him for any reason.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, of course, which dad would like to? I'm a dad too, okay? Which dad too? But if my son is sick, I don't treat him. I just take him to a doctor, and then believe me, that's what I do. Let's go to the next.
In this case, your doctor is a lawyer, Andy. So it'll be beneficial for you to
contact a lawyer. Yeah,
contact a lawyer and take their expertise on matter. All right, folks, don't go anywhere and stay tuned. We'll be right back after.
Test Prep Pundits, a synonym for success, and a home to top 1% scores. Congratulations to Gautam Mandala for achieving SAT score 1570, Farah Khalil 1540, Kunal Varma 1510, and many more top 1% scores.
Join our 2 weeks of free SAT Premier Prep.
For high school grades 9 through 12, or middle school grades 7 through 8. Also win Visa gift cards. contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844. Visit us, www.testpreppundits.com.
Darling, daring, andala rasi, malippuvu, lanti sukumari. Darling, darling, daring, andala rasi, malippuvu, lanti.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us, 844-383-7844.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో ఎస్పీబీకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.tdaconvention.org.
సిలికానాంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS వాస్క్ గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం తెలుగు భాష.
Our callers only. Let's take our next caller, and in the meantime, I've got a question for you. This is from Raj Kumar. Says, I applied for a 485 in EB-2. I have a DUI conviction in 2015, but in my state, DUI is a traffic offense and not a criminal one. So will it impact my 485 application? No, nobody asked this before. Sorry.
It is for the purpose of the USCIS, you are supposed to disclose the information, not like regular traffic tickets, DUI, no matter which state you are in. It will be, you will have to disclose it. They will do an interview for you. You will need to prepare to provide all the documentation that is required, and you need to do, and they will be calling for the interview. It is considered for the DUI, it's considered DUI under the immigration law, no matter what it is in your state law.
Got it. Thank you, sir. Let's take a caller, Andy. Caller with the phone number ending in 7075. We're ready for you now. Please press *6 on it or mute your line. Hello?
Hello. Hi, Nitya and Rahul. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hello. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, so my question is like, I'm currently working at company A, and my priority date is September 23rd, 2013. I have both EB-3 and EB-2 approved with company A, and 485 was filed in October 2020. I actually got an offer from company B, which I accepted because I wasn't confident that USCIS would be working actively on the interfiling part. So I accepted the offer. The H-1B transfer is also done. But now, yesterday, I came across this news. So I'm just getting cold feet whether to move forward with the company B or just stick around with company A. Based upon my priority date, what are your recommendations? Should I just stick with EB-3 or should I wait and wait for my...
What is your priority date?
September 23rd, 2013. Yeah, so I missed the under filing date by 20 days.
Yeah, that's a very hard question for me. There are some easy questions for me. There are some hard questions for me. I will tell you some of the disadvantages and some of the advantages that you need to consider also. First thing is definitely you know the priority dates, and I'm not a good predictor of priority date. You know that. Definitely staying in adjustment of status is not that hard as compared to the staying on H-1B though. That, you know, people getting the H-1B denial, especially in the period of 2015, 2016, 2017 and 2018 and 2019, you remember those days. You know, like another one bite the dust. Another one bite the dust, that kind of thing. We used to see, practically in our office, there was not every single day we used to receive denials. Honest. Yes, we did. Now, if you want to see a H-1B denial, it's rare. Now, who knows? Trump may come back again and may strike back again. Who knows? But living on adjustment of status, though, people did not have much trouble as much as the people had on the H-1B. Absolutely. They did not. It's easier. Extension is easier. Everything is easier for them. But it's a very hard choice to move or not move when you're in September 2013. And now the USCIS releases an unprecedented statement saying that there are too many green cards available under EB-1 and EB-2. That's very surprising. Why did not you? You have so many applications there. Why are you sitting on it? And your priority date is January 2013. Have you adjudicated all the applications that were filed before? Not yet. Have you adjudicated the EB-3? Not yet. So we don't know. We at this point of time, either the things will move, but I think so. The USCIS is trying its best in adjudicating the number of applications. We may expect a faster movement. And let me ask you another question. What's the salary increase for you percentage-wise?
It's around 25%, and the role is more like a... I'm
not going. I'll consider it 75%.
Okay. It's just like they have already done the H-1B transfer. It's just like burning all the bridges. But I understand. Yeah. My follow-up question is like, after this news from USCIS, I'm expecting an influx of, interfiling from EB-3 to EB-2. In that case, can we expect more movement in EB-3 in coming months or later down the year?
You could. We can expect, because a lot of these people, especially up to January of 2013 though, and with this press release what they have given, I can't imagine anybody not filing the 485J supplement. So in other words, all this crowd will move to EB-2. Then EB-3 might be blank. So we don't know. Things might move just like the way Los Angeles
traffic lines.
I hate Los Angeles. And you're Atlanta too.
I live in Los Angeles, so I don't know.
So that happens. Okay, then we'll go to the next caller.
Thank you. Me Texas Service Center, maaku Atlanta traffic andi. Edo okati untadi.
Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, people would rather live in Atlanta traffic rather than have their application go to Texas Service Center. I agree with you on that.
All right. On that note, let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, this is an interesting question. This is from Thomas Andi. Says, if we interfile to EB-2 from EB-3, what would happen to the kids who are locked through CSBA when EB-2 dates retrogress or GC is not processed when the kid turns 21?
One thing, Nitya Garu, I will tell some of the easy things, some of the things that I want them to consult.
Okay.
If your EB-2 final action date is current and your kid is still under 21, if your EB-2 final action date is current, if your kid is still under 21, you can file the 485J supplement. They'll be locked in this one too.
Okay.
But if the kid has turned more than 21 and he was locked under EB-3 before, do not file 485J supplement. Have a consultation with a lawyer to see where you stand, because if you do a little bit miscalculation, you will lose the entire child for the green card purposes.
Got it. Oh, man. Okay.
If the kid is under 21, and the final action date is current, it's perfectly okay to file the interfiling right now.
Honestly, I think if it were me, Andy, and I had a kid who was close.
No,
up
it's
to 21.
I-140 is approved, 485 is filed, I-140 is approved. The kid is still under 21. They're safe. Practically,
Okay.
if they pay me the money, I'll just say the same thing.
All right. So guys, if you're ever in doubt, please consult. Do not do your own online research. You know, it's like pulling out your own tooth by watching a YouTube video. So let's not do that, you know. All right. And moving on to our next caller with phone number ending in 1616. We're ready for you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hi, Rahul. Just like the previous caller, my date is July 2014, priority date, with employer A having EAD with both EB-2 and EB-3 140s approved. Now I have an offer with employer B. So, but it was September 2013. Mine is July 2014, and very similar 23%. July 2014 and salary increase.
Guys, that's
judgment call.
Nitya Garu, can you answer him? Judgment call.
Okay.
He's, give a coin to your wife. You know the rule. Okay. If something turns out good, well, that credit goes to Rahul Reddy. If something goes wrong, we both will blame your wife.
Okay. No, my case is if I am to move worst, I'm just considering the worst case scenario. Is there a spillover for next year too? Question number one.
We are expecting a spillover. My expectation is about 60,000.
60,000 for the next fiscal year, right?
Next
and if I move the employer, I cannot do a refile, right? I mean, if I start using EAD.
No, first of all, if you start using EAD and advanced parole, you don't have H-1B, you cannot refile. You're right, but you can still interfile with the new company if they're willing to file a labor certification.
Okay, so now what you're saying is with the new process that they have explicitly said, like filing a 485J and interfiling. So going forward, can we? Maybe we should be expecting that they'll take interfiling seriously and adjudicate EB-3 to EB-2s rather than
you said it perfectly. Perfect words. Yes, you're right. They take it more seriously now.
Okay. So just wait and judgment call. Thank you so much, sir. A lot of people are in this boat. So.
Yeah, I know. You express a perfect word. Now they are going to take it more seriously. They are going to not like previously we were throwing the darts in the dark. No, this time it's better. Thanks for all your letters.
And they are the dartboards. So, please throw away as much as you can. Just keep at it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take our next caller. And question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Saurabh Malviya. Okay. Priority date is June of 2012, filed concurrently in September in EB-3. Should I file EB-2 I-140 in premium and then interfile as per the new alert? Or should I wait in EB-3?
I will file. If the EB-2 I-140 has not been filed, I'll file it. It's worth spending that money. Absolutely worth spending the money. You're not going to lose anything by filing one more I-140. Never. And I know the money that you may have to spend, but it is definitely worth having an EB-2 approval, and then should be able to. Now the interfiling process is much better. Previously, yes, before this notification, we're like, you don't know how they are going to take it seriously. Now they're taking it very seriously. So it's definitely worth having the EB-2 approval in your hand.
Awesome. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take a caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 3715. We're ready for you now. 3715.
Hello, Nitya Garu. Hello, Rahul Garu.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah. Rahul Garu, I think it's a similar question to the previous questions where I'm in the middle. I'll tell you my context and some options that I'm thinking. So December 2020. And that's where, down
you filed 485.
Yes, and my priority date is April of 2012, 3 months like in EB-3.
April of 2012, you said. April of 2012?
So,
wait.
Yes.
April of 2012 is current right now under EB-2.
But mine is downgraded to EB-3 now. And I moved to, I've accepted an offer from company B.
Well, you can unaccept
and they
too.
filed. I've accepted and they've applied my H-1B transfer, and that's where I am in. Last week they applied my H-1B transfer.
Right now, you have a better solution than compared to. Why can't you file a 485J supplement on February 1st? And then move.
Okay, so you're suggesting that ask my current company to interfile.
Yes.
And after the interfile is done, then resign in the company and then go and then move to the other the company.
Absolutely. There is no 6 months rule here.
There's no 6 months rule. Okay.
No.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
That's good to know that people get these questions too.
I think I'll do that.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Adi. All right. Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, this reminds me of this In-N-Out Burger Company situation. And we are being served with like combo platters today on Mata. Mine is this combination. I want that combination. You want a single patty, double patty, or triple patty? It sounds like that today. For us, the questions are coming in like that. All right. I have another question for you. This is from Gaurav Agarwal. Says, if we leave within 180 days of the I-140 approval, will the I-140 be revoked automatically or only if the employer submits a request for it to be revoked?
Only if the employer submits the revocation. If the employer does not submit it, it still is valid.
Okay, awesome. So, and then now let's take our next caller, Andy. Caller with the phone number ending in 1529. We're ready for you now. Please press *6 to unmute your line. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, sir?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes. My name is Vikram. I have a question. My priority date is August 2014. I have EB-2 approved and downgrade process was done in 2020 October. Now, I have a question. My son is 21 years old. He turned 21 last month. But
wait. One second. What is your priority date you said?
August 2014.
August 2014. Okay, now it was never, final action date was never current, and your I-140 was pending for how long?
My I-140 is still pending since October 2020 from the downgrade process.
Okay. And when is he becoming 21?
So he just turned 21 December 21st.
Okay, keep going.
So I believe he has another 15 months since it's still pending status until now, 15 or 14 months.
That's right.
Will be added to his birthday.
That's right. You're right.
Now, he is in last semester and he got his job offer from one of the biggest tech company. Now, I told him to find out his H1 route through that company. Will this priority date he can carry if he get the H1 route?
You mean to say if he files a labor certification and I-140, you mean to say?
I'm sorry, no, what I'm saying is...
if he files his own perm labor and I-140, can he carry the dad's priority date? Is that the question?
Right.
No, he cannot. That's only for you.
He cannot.
I would have done one thing for you if your son was under 21. I would have withdrawn your EB-2 I-140 and filed one more I-140 though. EB-2 I-140.
I have that EB-2 approved already.
I know, but if you would have contacted, I know, if you would have contacted me before he turned 21, I would have withdrawn that I-140 and file it again and make money on you. Do you understand why I would do that?
No, that was my next question. Why? What was the benefit of that?
Why? Because remember that how long that I-140 was pending. That EB-2 I-140.
The previous one was like only a few days, 10 days maybe.
So only 10 days will be have been added. If you would have contacted me in October of 2021, though, I would have withdrawn the I-140. I would have just filed one more I-140. Hopefully it ends up at Texas Service Center, and they will never adjudicate it for the next 20 months. So either EB-2 final action date becomes current or EB-3 becomes current. He will be saved. Do you see my point?
I did. I do see that. Now I understand both.
Yeah, that's the reason why I tell people when people are coming near 21, they should consult a lawyer, because we can come up with some creative solutions to lock the age though. If you would have contacted me in October.
I know I didn't do that.
Yeah, sometimes you have to go outside lawyers. So you see, they don't know the problem. You have to express it very clearly. You see the issue. What should have been right now? Your son will be saved if EB-3 final action date becomes current, but he's not saved with EB-2, and that's what my worry is. I would have withdrawn it, and then why would you make money on this guy? Withdraw it and file it again. It's a stupid idea. Yeah, sometimes we like to make money, and nothing wrong with it, as long as we're able to save the child. Nothing wrong with it. Well, there is right now, he cannot carry your priority date. You have to just wait for EB-3 to be current, okay?
Right. So now, hypothetical follow-up question is, do you think that EB-3 becoming current in next like 15 months or so for 2014?
I hope it should, based on the adjudication, but I cannot, believe me, I've gone wrong so many times. I hope it does for you.
I understand.
Next person.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling today. Let's take our next caller and also our next question. Hafiz Ahmad says, can I submit a re-entry permit just in case if I may need to use it in the near future?
Good question. Whenever you are in doubt, always apply for the re-entry permit. Okay? If you don't use it, you're not going to lose anything. What happens is that, I'm going to only go to India for 6 months. Why do I do the re-entry permit? You go there 6 months and then you prolong thereafter. Then you'll be in trouble. File it, Hafiz. You're not going to lose anything. It's worth the money that you spend, definitely. And if you don't use it, you're not going to be in any loss in getting the citizenship or coming back to the United States.
All right. Let's take our next caller on that note. Caller with phone number ending in 1588. We're ready for you. Hello? Caller with number ending in 1588. We're ready for you. Hello? All right, let's put this caller on hold, take another caller in the meantime. And I have a question. Rahul Garu, this is from Shivakumar. Says, my priority date is 2014, July 27th and filed on October 2020. Son is in India and back to us on December 2020. Haven't filed the 485 for my son as he is in India and he's 15 years old. What options do I have?
So the son is here right now, or his son is in India though?
He says his son is in India.
Okay. If the son is still in India though, the first thing that I want you to call is called following to join, also called as I-824. What happens is that when you get the green card, the USCIS need to inform the National Visa Center and also the consulate saying that you got the green card, but your son needs to get the green card. If you file an I-824 at a later date though, they are going to take their own sweet keeps on writing the notes in the software, because my wife is a healthcare professional. So is that are they writing notes in the software, or is it just
kind of? Yes, kind of that kind of application
so that
to help all the staff in the hospital to make them work. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So when they make them work, is practically they are working on the patients. So in other words, if the staff is Rahul Reddy went to the hospital, Rahul Reddy comes in, Rahul Reddy ate so and so, did about so and so. So you're writing that program, right? Is that what it is?
Correct.
Yeah, that means that is helping the patients. I'm a patient when I go to hospital.
Okay.
That is definitely. So instead of telling that your software is actually is used by the staff to help the patients get better. Is that right? I mean, because without the data, what would the doctors or the nurses would do? They need to have the data.
Right, they cannot do anything after that. Yes.
Yeah, so the data has to be inputted in there, and you're writing the software. That means that you're helping the patients, you're helping the employees to read the data or input the data and whatever not for the patients. So try to project yourself more towards the patients. See, the direct users are definitely not the patients, based on what you're telling. But who is directly benefiting there? Whose data is in there? Whose information is coming into that one? So project that in a better angle than what you did to me.
Okay. So can I, so can actually use the same scenario, to expedite my
that's exactly why you're asking the question. That's exactly why you asked the question. That's the reason why I told you how to project yourself. I know why you asked.
Thank you so much.
Because now, just for the other people to know, if your EAD is pending, if either it's a H4 extension EAD, adjustment of status EAD, you can request for the expedited process if you are working in a healthcare and also helping the patients to not just work in the healthcare but also helping the patients. There's a special process and it's working perfectly for expediting the EAD. Let's go to the next person, Andy. Nitya.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. And I have a question, Andy. This is from Kumar K. Says, my old employer has withdrawn my I-140 after 5 years from approval due to ability to pay issues. If the old employer wants to reapply the I-140, do I have to do premium processing?
The first question is that if the ability to, first of all, no premium processing. You have to just file only I-140 and convert into premium processing later on.
Right.
The second thing is, major problem is that if the ability to pay is an issue for the company though, and it will continue to be an issue, your I-140 may not be approved. It may be better for the same company to file one more perm application, port the date, rather than actually refiling using the old perm application. Because, Nitya, what happens is that, let's say if the prior date is 2016, they have to show the income tax returns to show that they have enough money to substantiate this guy's salary from 2016 to right now, which the guy said that because of that they withdraw the I-140. So if that is the reason, now you're going to file an I-140, it's going to be denied. So they may have to file an entire POM. If they file a POM though, then they are going to show the ability from 2022, not 2016.
That makes sense.
So the income tax returns of the company should be thoroughly checked before you file an I-140 application, because you don't want to file, convert into premium processing, waste all your time and get an I-140 rejected.
Makes sense, Andy. All right, let's take our next caller, Andy. All right, caller with phone number ending in 1662. We're ready for you. 1662. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Nitya. Hi, Rahul. Yeah, so my question is like, I have two 485 files. The first one was filed in October 2020, and my priority date is March 2012. So even though my dates were not current, my attorneys, instead of downgrading it, they filed it in October 2020 under EB-2 itself. We just realized only after 8 months, and then after connecting with over the TV Asia call, Rahul Reddy suggested to refile it again. So in October 2021, when my dates became current for EB-2, we refiled it again. So right now, my old 485, which was incorrectly filed, went to transfer from NBC to National Benefit Center to Texas Service Center, but still the second one, which was filed correctly, is still at the National Benefit Center. So when I talked to EMA was telling me that both the cases will be transferred to Texas Service Center, and the reason I got in the notice was saying that speed up processing. It is for speeding up the processing.
I would like you to withdraw the first 485. It doesn't have any basis for it. I would like to withdraw that one.
Okay, but the withdrawal itself will take time.
Yeah, but we don't have an option. You should have withdrawn it because that should not have been there at all.
Okay, I thought like when I got an RFE for 485 for the first one, right? So I didn't submit my medicals for the first one because anyhow it is on error.
Yeah, these people, they don't, when they issue an RFE, they don't look into if the I-140 was properly there or not. They don't look into, you were never eligible for the 485 to be filed in October of 2020. You're only eligible in 2021. I would like to withdraw the 485 application.
Okay. But do you still think that my second 485 will also be transferred to Texas Service Center? Because currently EMA is saying that
you never know. We have seen a lot of times recently that they're telling it's been transferred to Texas, and then they're telling transfer to Nebraska National Benefit Center. I don't know. There are like too many things going on that. And do you file an EB-2? Is that right?
Yes, EB-2. Yes.
Yeah. Right now, we don't know whether they're going to transfer or not. But I would like you to withdraw the 485, the first 485, of course.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nikhil.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Now, there's a question for you. This is from some name. It says, is there anything beneficial about the new EB-2 NIW criteria change? Can people with a STEM degree self-apply for an EB-2 without an employer?
Just because they have a STEM degree doesn't mean that you can apply for a national interest waiver. And practically 90% of our audiences will have a STEM degree though. There must be something special, something that is in the national interest for the country though. Now, definitely this administration has made the EB-1 process much more easier, and also national interest waiver also, they're trying to make it a little bit more easier, but not just a STEM degree by itself will not be enough. And for the people who want to understand that what is a national interest waiver, the main advantage is that you don't need to have an employer. You can file it by yourself as a petitioner in the national interest waiver. And national interest waiver is not EB-1, guys. It's only EB-2. It is not EB-1.
It is. All right. Thank you so much, Rahul Garu. All right, folks, I know there's a lot of you waiting on the phone lines as well as the live chat. I see some amazing questions coming in, but unfortunately, we're all out of time today. Rahul Garu, thank you so much for being on the show today and giving us some dhamakedar news and some, great well-earned guidance as well to all of our viewers. So thank you so much for doing that for us.
Sure, thank you. Thank you.
All right, and to all our viewers, stay tuned, same time, same place next week.
Test Prep Pundits, a synonym for success, and a home to top 1% scores. Congratulations to Gutha Mandala for achieving SAT score 1570, Farah Khalil 1540, Kunal Varma 1510, and many more top 1% scores.
Join our 2 weeks of free SAT Premier Prep.
For high school grades 9 through 12, or middle school grades 7 through 8. Also win Visa gift cards. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844. Visit us, www.testpreppundits.com.
her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com or call us 844-383-7844.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో ఎస్పీబీకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ details, please visit www.tdaconvention.org.
సిలికానాంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS వాస్క్ గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1844-626 బడి.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అబ్బురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ.